by a scientist called as Conard. So he kept some eggs of a geese and he let them hatched, and he was there when they were hatched. So he was there with the young geese, the young ones. So they imprinted on him, and these geese, they started following him wherever he goes. So even after they become into adult goose also, they are following this, they were followed this scientist. So this shows that, so these animals, whatever the moving object they see at first, soon after their birth, so they imprint it as their mother. Now let us see the next one, conditioning. Conditioning is a behavior shown by the animals that is involving a response to the stimulus that is not natural one. So say for example, so we see bell ringing in the school. The same bell rings at different times, so the response shown by the students will be different. So by the time the school starts, there will be a bell. By listening to the bell, all the students gather for assembly. And when the children are in break, playing, so at the end of the break time, if the bell is given, all the children come back to their classes. So in the afternoon time, if the bell is given, everybody open their lunch boxes. So in the evening time, when the bell is given, everybody rush to house, the last bell. So the bell is one, but the responses are different. For one kind of stimulus, different types of responses are produced. So the stimulus is not exactly or directly related to the response. This is a learned behavior. So the behavior that is learned by some condition, that is called as learned behavior, which is called as conditioning. Ivan Pavlov, he was a Russian scientist. He conducted certain experiments on this conditioning. So for his experiment, he has taken a dog and he kept the dog in his experimental lab room. He connected some apparatus to the dog's mouth. And there is a natural phenomenon that whenever the dog is given food, the dog mouth waters. So when the dog sees the food, its mouth waters to produce extra saliva. That saliva helps the dog to digest the food. So the food, by seeing the food or by tasting the food, saliva coming is a natural stimuli, natural response. Food is the natural stimulus, saliva is the natural response, secreting saliva is the natural response. So those are linked. There is no conditioning here. But what this Ivan Pavlov, he was doing, he was giving a bell. When the bell is given, a person comes and gives the food to the dog. So that is a condition. Every time when the food was given, a bell was rang and a person came and gave the food to the dog. So one day he rang the bell and he did not give the food. But listening to the bell, the dog assumed that the food is being given and it started secreting the extra saliva which is collected by the apparatus and measured. So the bell is not the stimulus for saliva. Usually it doesn't happen. If a bell is given, no dog salivates. But this dog salivates for the bell. Means it learned that when the bell is given, the food comes. So in expectation or in anticipation of food, when the bell is given, the dog starts salivating. So this experiment shows that the animals, they learn some behavior, that is the learned behavior on basing certain conditions. It is called as conditioning. People and animals are conditioned to avoid certain things. That is like if an electric fence is arranged for a field, if any animals come for grazing, if they touch the fencing, they will get electric shock for the first time. So they learn that if they touch or if they cross the fence, they get a shock, they avoid touching that. So they avoid going into that grazing field. So in this way it helps by using this conditioning. The next one, imitation. So imitation is another kind of behavior that is shown by animals. Animals, they try to imitate each other. Mostly we see in the humans, they try to imitate each other. When two humans are talking to each other, they try to imitate. So of course, sometimes it may be to keep the speaker more easy and comfortable, the other person will be imitating or at least behaving like him. So this imitation behavior is chiefly found in humans, and some scientists believe that the imitation is seen only in the human beings, but some scientists, they observed that the imitation is observed in other primates like in chimpanzees. The chimpanzees also, they imitate each other. If some chimpanzees, they use any sticks to get the juice out of some fruits, so the other chimpanzees also use the sticks to get the juice. So in this way, the chimpanzees also imitate. Even the monkeys, they imitate each other. Sometimes certain monkeys, they imitate humans also. We have a story called as Monkey and the Cap Merchant. How the monkey takes the cap of the merchant onto the tree top. So there we have learned that behavior of the monkey. Monkey is imitating humans. So these are the four major types of behaviors that are shown by animals. That is the instinct, imprinting, conditioning and imitation. Now let us see that human behavior. Human behavior. Humans also show different types of behavior as like animals. They show the instincts, imitation, conditioning and this kind of behavior just shown by the animals, but human behavior is much more complex because of the human intelligence. Let us see that first one, instinct in humans. Instinct in humans. Humans also have instincts that they show by birth. So when they are hungry, they can eat the food. They eat the food. But here, because of their intelligence, because of their social conditioning, sometimes they overcome their natural urges. Like, so if they are hungry, they can eat the food. If they are in the dining table, if they come to the dining table to eat the food as they are hungry, they can eat, but they wait till all the members come and sit on the dining table. So they are overcoming their instinct because of their what so called as social behavior, that is social conditioning, that is that manners. So they overcome the natural instinct. So we see imitation. Imitation in human beings. Human beings, they imitate other people very quickly and easily. The way they sit, the way they walking, they copy from the other humans and they learn. So every time they keep on learning. The sports, they learn by imitation. Studies, so whatever that education they copy, they imitate the teacher. So number of things they are able to acquire, learn because of the imitation. Sometimes this imitation, it leads to good if good things are imitated, good things are copied. Sometimes it will be harmful if bad things are copied. Say the young people, if they see somebody is smoking and taking alcohol and such activities, if simply they copy, it will harm them. So in such cases, the imitation, it appears problematic. So the children will be conditioned by the teachers and adults. So that what is the condition? What is that conditioned thing? The teachers and the parents, they will let the children understand what kind of problems they face if they simply imitate such bad things. So the children will have that analysis, the intelligence, human intelligence and human analysis, discrimination, what is good, what is bad. So by that they avoid it. But simply if they imitate without discriminating, without analyzing whether it is good or bad, it leads to harmful thing. So conditioning in human beings. So conditioning also, it changes the behavior of the people. See, the advertisers, they show their skills, they use this conditioning to make the people think positively towards their products. So they have some products. If the product is shown and asked to buy, there will be different kind of responses. Many people may trust it, may not trust it. They may give certain levels of expectation. Some says it may be good, it may be bad. So the product alone, the responses are different. The responses may not be positive. Many people may not be positive towards the product. So what they do, there is a person like Sachin Tendulkar. So Sachin Tendulkar. So he is a very good at cricket. So the people, they have the condition that cricket, Sachin is good. He is best. That means his choice. He is the best person in this particular area, that is in the cricket. So they bring the Sachin Tendulkar picture to this product. So the product will be branded by Sachin. So when this person who will be trusted by number of people for cricket, who is appreciated by maximum number of people for this cricket, so that picture is brought to the product. So the people automatically they will appreciate this product. Actually, this is not direct stimulus to the response. So the different here the stimulus is different, the response is different. Here the product, it may good or may not be good. We don't know, the product may be good or may not be good, but the product is having the picture of Sachin Tendulkar. So this is conditioning. The people think that the product on which Sachin Tendulkar is there, so that is a good product. So they believe that this is a good product, and so this is the conditioning. So we see certain advertisements are made with famous sports people, made with famous film stars, celebrities. So they are good at their areas. So when those people pictures are brought to certain products, so that credit, that positive thought towards that person will be added to the products. So by that the people, they favor or think positively to purchase the product. So that is conditioning. Investigating animal behavior. So how to study the animal behavior? The behavior of different animals is studied by scientists or the research persons by observing them. So they use different kinds of equipment also to measure and to track the animals or organisms, that the way they move, the direction in which they travel. So they use the technology. So anyway, to study the behavior of the animal is to be observed, and this observation can be done in a closed environment. Closed environment in the sense in the laboratory. Studying the animal in a laboratory. We have seen that the Russian scientist Ivan Pavlov, so he conducted experiments in his laboratory. That is a closed environment. So we learned that animal behavior is based on different external and internal stimuli. So we discussed at that point. So what are the external stimuli? It may be the external weather, or it may be the enemy, or some other organism which influences. And internal, it's internal conditions like anger, fear and all such. So in that, one of the internal factor, it plays a very important role. So animal behavior is the young ones, the offsprings of the animals. So they show that animal behavior based on the instinct, imprinting, conditioning and imitation. So those are the 4 different types of behavior we generally see in animals. So that animal behavior is also influenced by one important internal factor, that is Hormones. So hormones, you know that they are the special substances produced in our body which helps for growth and differentiation of an organism. Hormones. So they help for the growth and differentiation. So the certain hormones, they help for these special abilities, intellectual abilities of certain animals or organisms. So we find such hormones called as pheromones. These kind of pheromones are seen in animals like dogs and in ants. These are the examples, the animals which show such special hormones which give them special abilities. So what are the special abilities of dog? Dogs, they have got a very good sense of smell, sniffing. By sniffing, they can identify the smell and they can find out the smell even though it is at a very long distance. So that is the reason dogs are used for crime investigation. The sniffer dogs are specially trained which help the police to find out the criminals or find out the location of the crime or find out what are the different things that are used for the crime. By smelling that, they will identify the criminal. So that the special ability, recognition of smell because of certain hormones called as pheromones. And even ants also, they show some abilities even though they are very small. So we cannot imagine their nervous system, how small it is, their brain very small. So even though it is very small, they have got good intellectual abilities like communication. They communicate with each other. We see that in a line of ants, two different ants, when they come together, it appears like they are hitting each other. So just when they hit each other, they communicate with their antennas. So such kind of a communication and a social living in the ants is possible because of this hormones. So different animals, even though they basically show that behavior like instinct and imitation, and on basing all this, they show the behavior because of some internal factors and external factors. They show certain special intellectual properties we observe in some animals. So they will be very amazing skills are performed by certain animals. Now let us see the examples of such animals which show extraordinary intellectual abilities.